Matthew 6:33 is a central tenet of Jesus' Sermon on the Mount that encourages followers to prioritize their relationship with God and His will above all worldly concerns. The verse, "But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well," comes after Jesus' instructions to not worry about material needs like food, drink, and clothing. The verse has two key parts. Seek first His kingdom and His righteousness. This is the core command. The kingdom of God refers to God's rule and reign and living according to His will on earth. It's about aligning one's life, decisions, and desires with God's purposes. His righteousness means living a life that reflects God's character, a life of justice, holiness, and moral integrity. Seeking these two things first means making them the primary pursuit and motivation in one's life, surpassing all other ambitions or worries. And all these things will be given to you as well. This is the promise that accompanies the command. These things refers to the material necessities that Jesus mentioned earlier in the chapter, such as food, clothing, and shelter. The promise is that if you focus on your relationship with God and living righteously, He will provide for your physical needs. It's an assurance that God will take care of you, so you don't need to be consumed by anxiety over earthly possessions. The implications of Matthew 6:33. It challenges the common human tendency to prioritize money, possessions, status, or success. Instead, it calls for a radical realignment of values, placing God and His purposes at the absolute top. This can impact everything from career choices to how we spend our time and money. The verse is a direct antidote to anxiety. By trusting that God knows what we need and will provide for us, we can let go of constant worry about the future. It encourages a life of faith and dependence on God rather than on our own efforts or resources. The passage suggests that true fulfillment and joy are not found in the accumulation of material goods, but in a right relationship with God. When we align our lives with His will, we find a purpose that goes beyond the fleeting nature of worldly things. In short, this verse challenges Christians to put God first, promising that when they do, their essential needs will be met in His care. It is all about Jesus. Glory be to God.